Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to oh god, what account are we on? Team Norway Racing. This is a first. I believe we're live on Team Norway. Yeah, help, save us. Nonetheless, though, we are here for. What are we here for? Matt, what are we here for again?
We are for the TNR Esports Invitational, I believe they called it.
Yes. Welcome to the International Invitational, which is set to be in the 4-week gap. In the 4th week gap. Here we go. We're trying to read the script here. The 4th week gap of the month, so the start of the month, for the normal TNR league, which is it's interesting because me and Matt have never met each other before about 5 minutes ago, so this is going to be really fun.
Yeah, it should be entertaining.
Really will be. So, if you don't know me, which I assume you don't, because I'm an old man who's been retired for God knows how long. Oh dear, the age is going to be insane. My name is JB, and I have been commentating for God knows how many years, and I gave up last year, and somehow I was managed to get dragged back. Matt, you are... What are you? American, Canadian, Fred? Shall we go with Fred?
I'm American, and I commentate with Jonas on Sundays in my other league, so that's how I got the job tonight.
And I got dragged out because he can't trust Matt alone. So,
True.
This is going to be fun because these are all esport teams that have taken on two drivers that have sat down in the teams and argued quite heavily about what car they want. Normally, because they'd be arguing because who doesn't want the Williams. And they're all together. I'm glad that you giggled at that one because I thought, oh, that's a dry one. I can't make that joke because I live only about 10 minutes from the factory, so I can't keep making that joke anymore. But yes, so all of the drivers here are from esport teams. Normally, I think there's about 2 in every team, and they are going to be racing for the glorious crown of over 4 races. Yes, we have even less races than the W Series fights T. Jonas. We don't have a track list because T. Jonas is drunk. So we know for a fact that we are going to Belgium, which we are here tonight. We are going to Brazil and Baku, and I will fight them to go to Silverstone because Silverstone is the best track in the world. So Matt, any arguments about that?
Personally, I don't like to drive Silverstone as a driver, but I do like commentating on it, so I agree with you. It should be on the calendar.
I work there. I work at Silverstone when I'm not at my actual job. I'm a marshal.
Nice.
Yeah. So I had to pick up after Moron's crash. I think I might be going this weekend. I'm not sure. So yeah, if you don't know, here are the little bit about Spa. Love this track. It is the best track in Formula 1, barring Silverstone. 19 turns of pure and unadulterated speed here, including the legendary Eau Rouge and Radion complex, as well as the Kemmel Straight. Blanchimont, obviously famously where Max Verstappen went around the outside of Felipe Nasr, including going off track. He's also a rally driver. And we have some tremendous moments, like for instance at the end of a Kemmel Straight where Lewis Hamilton got taken out by someone, and at the end of a Kemmel Straight when Michael Schumacher and Mika Hakkinen overtook the slower moving car, and then Mika Hakkinen then overtook Schumacher because Schumacher wasn't as fast as you think. Yeah, this is a great track to start the season off at, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. It's a track that requires a lot of skill, so for these esports guys, that they need to put their skill on display right away to start off the invitation.
Most definitely, and even if you look upon the game side of things, even if they weren't esports drivers, this track over the years has got pretty difficult. Eau Rouge and Radion has got very slippy recently, haven't they?
Oh, for sure. It feels like over the past 3 games, it's gotten tighter too. Like there's less runoff.
Well, there's going to be more runoff in a few years. We haven't got through that. We won't mention why. 5 months ago. But yeah, so we're heading over the track now. Now, Matt, what are the biggest dangers of this track? When we're heading over to qualifying.
Biggest danger of this track, I would say, would be rain.
and Spa, there's a big chance of rain.
Yeah.
Though there is a bit of change to the mandatory Formula One rule. As a mandatory rule here in the International League, sorry, for T. Jonas has spewed out a 2-stop rule. You have to make 2 stops during the race. So, I don't know whether that encompasses damage, whether that counts as a stop or not. So if you get damage on lap 1, whether that counts as a stop. Will be
I'd
interesting to
assume
see.
so.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't. If I was running the pace, I'd say no. That doesn't count as one of your mandatory stops. You have to stop again. Do a 3 stop, so you have to always stop twice.
That's a good point because you are taking an extra pit stop, so you should still take one extra
Mm-hmm.
than everyone else.
TJ on Luigi coming back to me saying, "Oh, all stops are all stops. All stops count as stops." So he doesn't like my suggestion. Now coming on to the commentary side of things, let's have a look and see what we can see. Is it going to be raining today?
It's a little
It's
foggy.
not. How disappointing. So that's not the button I need to press. I have not played this game in a while, so... Oh, we get a mini-map now?
Yeah. So you know who's ready to do a lap or whoever's in the yellow sector.
I'm keeping that on. We never had any of this when I was doing it.
Yeah, this was the update last week.
That's really cool. I like that. Hal, I'm leaving that on. Just losing my mind over a mini-map. We have a Red Bull leaving pit lane. I believe that is... Oh, crikey. Can we say this name? Actually, the first car on track is a Toro Rosso of Casper. So the Toro Rosso of Casper leading the charge out. I love that mini-map.
Yeah, I do too.
That's so cool. So coming on to the speed trap section now. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with this thing.
It's like a kid in the candy store.
Oh, I'm an old man. Back when I commentated back on the 2016 game where we didn't have any of this. We had to work out where everyone was by just cycling through.
Well, that's kind of like GT Sport. It doesn't tell you any gaps or anything. You have to cycle through everything.
I tried that too, but the replays in GT Sport are great fun.
Yeah, they are.
So, now with the mini-map, we can take a look. Hey, can I change the mini-map to a full map? I can.
Yes. Yep.
That's phenomenal. We're leaving on full map now. So we are going to have the full map on so we can see where the yellow flags are on track as well. I assume it comes up with yellow flags map.
Yep. And when they're qualifying, it'll turn red when they invalidate too, so you don't have to guess if they are or not.
Oh, that's really good. So, Casper leading away for the SKR team in Toro Rosso. Going to be starting to slow down and warm up his tyres as he's heading towards Sector 3 here, passing the house, which many people ended up in. Guido van der Garde ended up in that wall years ago, and if you recall, there was a massive Formula 3 crash here coming into the bus stop through Buncham first, though.
Oh, jeez.
And now we get ready to start the lap time for Casper. What are we looking at here? We're looking for a good... Oh, God, that's very quick into the hairpin. That's not exactly setting up the lap very well. You meant to go as slow as you can and slingshot through there, but he may not be aware. Now heading up into turn 1 for the Toro Rosso. What can he do? Braking hard into turn 1. That's wide. He's missed the apex dramatically. And onto the run to Eau Rouge and Radion. Matt, what are you looking at?
Alright, he's coming through now. Eau Rouge up to Radion and hits it pretty nicely. Not invalid. Yellow flags on Sector 3.
Yeah, it's alright, this car's slowing down.
Yep. He's come down the Kemmel straight, DRS wide open, hitting the 211 miles an hour as he heads into the right-hander. Ooh. Sounded like he had a little wheel spin there as he hit the curb.
Toro Rosso not looking totally stable as he comes into the second sector. Just jump in whenever you see anything like that. We have a car going slow. We have a car in the waters just powering up, though. It's a racing point of some kind at the end of start of Section 3. He's powered back up. I love that map. That's so cool.
Yeah, it comes in very handy. I did a Singapore race last night, and it was perfect. So you can see where all the crashes were.
So, go on.
Whoa, a little wide there. As he's coming down, just starting Sector 3 now.
The Haas is catching. The Haas is going quicker.
Uh-oh.
I think the Haas is Ginger. So we will see coming into Bonchimon now, keeping it pinned. All of the power going to it. We have a crash. It's Chill in the Ferrari crashing at the end, at the start, sorry, of Sector 3. Now into the hairpin bus stop. Chicane. It's a chicane, not a hairpin. DRS flipping open for Casper, crossing the line now. He goes P1, but Ginger takes it for, oh, that's a 2-second gap.
Wow.
Pariah going up to P2 in the Red Bull, and we have the other Red Bull crossing the line as well, but I think that was just to start a lap. But 2 seconds is the top of the show. T. Jonas jumping up there. Deneen, I want to say?
Yeah, Deneen.
Deneen, I do apologise if I get any names wrong. I am an invalid. Warren, though, going fast, though, 142.9. Good lord, the other Toro Rosso's name is a long one. Here's Cushby in the Racing Point. Braking hard. It's not the Aston Martin as of yet. He's got white number. He's got number 13. Pulling into pit lane, though. Now, pit lane here, Matt, is rather tricky, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. It is so tight. There's a good chance you're going to get wing damage bouncing off the wall coming through there.
FC Game Boys now coming into the final chicane, into bus stop. What can he do as he comes through, hitting both apexes now, powering up. DRS is going to pop open now. As he crosses the line, he's going to go up to P6 in the Ferrari.
Oh, only 6 thousandths off with Deneen.
Oh, hold on. There's a Mercedes that's stopped. Let's have a look, see if we can catch him. It's Deneen. He's invalidated his lap time. So the Mercedes is going slowly. Warren is in P1 though, ahead of Midnight, who's in P2. His teammates currently a Renault 1 and 2 as Midnight goes and invalidates his lap time too for tyre driver.
I've never seen Midnight race, but I know he's pretty damn fast.
I have seen Midnight race many times. So looking at Batman, I can't say names, I'm sorry. I'm going to get fired. DRS opening on the Red Bull. Crossing line, he goes up to P14. Now, for drivers who haven't raced this track as much as I have, this is a difficult track. I don't know how you feel about it, Matt, but this is going to be interesting to see how many people struggle coming into this, especially with the 2-stop rule.
Yeah, for sure. I assume for the 2-stop, they're going to want to go soft, medium, or some combination of that.
I think you'd want to be on the fastest tyre at the end of the race. So you'd want to be going from mediums. You want to run mediums now and do double soft. As we have a car slowing down, Toro Rosso getting in the way, and the Ferrari bouncing past him. No trouble though for the 82 car of Game Boy as he comes into the chicane. Looks like he's going to be pitting this lap though, as he does pull into pit lane.
As the Toro is out of fuel.
Is he? Which one is it?
Gear. The guy in 12th.
Lev. We call him Lev. So Lev pulling into pit lane. We are the worst people to be commentating on a Norwegian league because we don't speak a lick of Norwegian.
And we don't have the accent, even if we're saying it right in our heads, it's not right for what they hear.
Well, they can just about mimic mine. The poshness. JB Ogden.
Well, there he goes. Bartman.
Where's
the curb.
We're going to see it now. We're crossing now. We're at JB Ogden. We'll see him on the outside. And, that's a big accident there. Almost what Valtteri Bottas did back in 2017? Yeah, 2017 there in Spa. Was that, or was it 2018? Which one? No, it was 2018, because then Ocon qualified like 4th, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or 3rd. He was right up there.
Husby's just started the lap in the Racing Point.
Let's have a look at Cushby now as he coming into a Rouge and Radion now. Keeping it pinned, that's what you like to see.
Very good. Yeah.
From the 13 car.
Hey, it feels like I'm driving because I'm on board and I drive the Racing Point number 13 in my league.
I have the number 13 tattooed on me, so I have a little bit more sway when it comes to that number than most people.
I was born on the 13th.
What month? Because so was I.
November.
That's Lando Norris's birthday.
And it will be on a Friday this year.
Yeah. June. I've got Canada qualifying and Le Mans starting on my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah. The dick measuring has begun already. Now, you see, I'm there and you are this. No, I'm kidding. I'm useless at all of this. Sector 2, yellow flags are waving. It's a McLaren going slowly, though, as he gets out of the way of the Haas. Yep. Into P1. That's a scary place to let someone through, as we're still looking at Cushby on the stream.
All right.
I don't think there's... Go on.
Husby's coming through right where the other guy crashed out. He gets through very nicely.
Through Blanchimont.
He's coming down into the bus stop. Yeah, that's the name of it, Blanchimont.
Up onto the curb, a little bit too much curb there for the Racing Point as he powers up, controlling the wheel spin. DRS opening now across the line. He's going to be P4.
Very nice lap.
Let's have a look at Jordy in the Haas. In the, oh my god, this is the Haas's emo phase, because they definitely won't be black this year.
Yep. Most likely they'll go back to red, white, and black next season.
I liked their first livery. I don't know why people like. I prefer a delivery where they had white nose. No, I liked the first one they did. Literally in 2016, I thought that was the smartest car on the grid that year, apart from the Manor.
Yeah, pretty much. But that was their first year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, so they didn't know what they were getting themselves into at that point.
Yeah. Well, they signed Grosjean, so they probably knew. They had Gutierrez as well, so like, okay, we'll take 2 crap drivers. We have a car stopped. It's a Mercedes of Sham. No, not Sham, sorry, of Dean. Deneen, he was waiting for the Renault to get through. I'm not sure why he was stopped as he starts a lap. Hopefully that's not him trying to get a tow from the Renault, because we're not playing silly buggers like we did in Italy all over again, are we?
That was classic.
So
let's see what happens.
Oh, he's controlling the car through Rouge and Radion up the hill with number 6. Mercedes won't be number 6 for long, as Nicholas Latifi did steal that number. I wouldn't have wanted that. I think they should take out the numbers that have been won by world champions. You know. But actually, do we cast Rosberg as a world champion? Do we officially have to?
I mean, he technically does have the trophy.
I mean, but do we have to count it? So
I'll say no.
Yeah, I don't like Rosberg. Danino is following Warren through pretty closely. Through Warren's round! Goes back on track! Spins. He's avoids him!
Wow! And he did that without lifting, too.
That was close. So, keep us through this map, just keep showing us this.
Yep.
It's not dark, actually. Look how dark it is.
Yeah, when we started, it looked like it was going to be foggy. Like, rain might come at some point, but who knows? There's only 6 minutes left. I don't think it's going to come.
Well, through Blanchimont now for Deneen. The number 6 car.
Up to the bus stop, even though we're not going to school.
No, just stopping off to get home from work. That's my job tomorrow morning. DRS opening. And it's P5. We have lost 2 drivers in qualifying today. We're going to go with Bartmar. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then Chill. So 2 drivers out of the running here. The QVR driver and the YWR driver. Lots of R's in this league. Ler's struggling through Eau Rouge and Radion there on his fast lap. So I think he's doing 2 slow laps.
Oh,
JB Ogun. Sorry, JB Ogun has gone purple.
I was just going to say that. He just went purple on his lap. Midnight 42.4.
Eyes front for JB Ogun as he heads towards the bus stop. Braking hard at the 100-metre board, catching the brakes nicely into the first apex. Kissing it again. Powering up through the final corner. DRS open, controlling the wheel spin. Could have been done better. Crossing the line, he's going to be P8. Where did all the time go?
I think it was just he was purple in the second sector alone, not for the whole lap.
Midnight on a slow lap now in the Renault with the gold and black helmet. Matches the car nicely, actually. He gets the helmet award for this week.
Yes, it does look nice with the car. That just needs to slap on some mediums so everything matches.
I saw a meme of Bono asking Lewis how are the tyres, and it's a picture of a medium tyre wrapped up with a load of germs around it. And it says Chinese Grand Prix tyres. I don't think they'll be able to run the Chinese Grand Prix. They've already cancelled the Formula E race there in China.
Yeah, it'd probably be the safest, but even if everything is cleared up by then, there's still going to be like remnants of it.
No, definitely, and they're building that new... Have you seen the image of that building that hospital, though, as Geordie goes fastest now in Sector 2?
Oh, there's Geordie.
Eyes front for the Haas driver. Can he hassle his way through? Had to. He's got a car in front of him. That's Midnight getting out of the way, though, making sure that he doesn't make a same mistake as his teammate Warren. Through the final corner now of the Haas, DRS opening for the line. He's going to be P4. That's very quick from the Haas team and Team Renault.
Yeah.
Who is on a lap? J. Biogan has invalidated his lap, so the Williams will be returning back to pit lane. Number 19 car heading into pit lane. No, it's not Felipe Massa. It is, in fact, J. Biogan. He speeds into pit lane. Naughty boy, J. Biogan. So, 2 minutes left to go qualifying. This is the last push, isn't it, Matt?
For sure. This is being the longest track. You only get limited amounts of time to put in a lap here, unlike other tracks where you can do 3 or 4 runs at.
You most certainly do. I'm going to take my shoes off because I need to, and I've got blisters on my feet.
He's going to throw a shoe at some of the drivers.
No, the comms box windows don't open. That's actually the hotel I work at. Our windows are open, so people try and smoke in the bathroom. Oh, Kenny Powers into the gravel, catching out though. He's not Kenny Powers. He's Ken Block there.
All right, it looks like I think that says Martin Bell is about to start his final run. He's coming up to the bus stop.
Yep, I think we have a McLaren first. Yep, Martin Bell. Let's have a look. The 66 car. That is, in fact, Fernando Alonso in that car. Fight me. Have to talk about this, because drama. Fernando Alonso's Indy 500 attempt with Andretti has been vetoed by Honda, and I would too. What do you think, Matt, as an American citizen?
You know what? All the... English is hard sometimes. All the bridges he's burned over his career are coming back to bite him in the ass now.
I don't like Fernando. Like I hate his attitude that he was bigger than the team, especially at Ferrari. But you know what he did at McLaren wasn't fair. You can't undeniable talent. Don't get me wrong, undeniable talent. Big terrible personality. Bit same as Max. You know, Verstappen's the same.
I feel, or not I feel, but I find it funny that they did so well this year after he left in the same exact car.
It's not the same as that. I think they just messed up the chassis a year he left. But yeah, this year with Lando and Carlos, I think it's just a breath of fresh air. The team weren't having as much negativity from Fernando or Stoffel.
Yeah.
So Martin Bell in the McLaren, looking very stable though. Is McLaren going to be still orange this year? Well, we'll find out next week. Oh, a little bit slow on the power uptake there. The gears are not looking fun in that Renault engine in the back there. Oh, slow moving Renault. That could, in fact, be Warren or Midnight. That could be their chance of pole position over. 10 seconds remaining of qualifying here in Spa. As we're looking at Martin Bell coming through, he will be our first finisher, as well as our first person to start a lap. We've had a bit of a come together at turn 1 by the looks of it. Through the final quarter now for Martin Bell, it's going to be P12. Sham retires. Where is the racing point of Cushby? Oh, we're sideways across the line. DRS opening for the 13 car. He's 7th.
Not bad for being sideways.
Where's that McLaren of Daniel? Or Daniel? I'm going to go with Daniel. DRS opening now for that McLaren. Not sure what number he is. He's going to be P11. So McLaren's holding station for the number 9 car.
All right, Pariah is next in line in 13th.
That was great synchronization because I selected him just as you said it. He was the next person.
Oh, we got 2 cars stopped off on track there, a Mercedes and a Renault, it looks like.
one of the Renaults is in a bit of drama as we're looking at Pariah in the Red Bull. The 22 car, no, not Jenson Button, though he did have a chance for Red Bull apparently. DRS opening now, crossing the line, it's going to be P13. Really struggling, some of these drivers. Where's Casper? Oh, the next driver will actually be Liz.
Yeah.
I do apologise.
And then Ginger, I believe.
So P14 for Liv. Ginger, the 66 car, is going to cross the line. He's going to be P2. Is that Midnight? Midnight has validated that time. Oh, Warren crashes. Warren into the wall. He's crashed on purpose. Now, I don't know what the rules are about that, but I wouldn't allow that. Game Boy, 5th. JP Organ, 11th. And Casper will be into pit lane, so that is our qualifying over. Midnight, though, is on pole position here for the first race of the International Esports League racing thingy. Bajobbles. Spanners. Batman. My alarm's going off.
Retires the car, we can move on.
You know, someone really smart posted a picture of 2 miniature helmets of Kevin Magnussen, the 2016 one and the 2018 one, right?
Yeah.
And obviously Kevin Magnussen's number's 20, so they they posted that on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve even, and said can't wait for 2020, and they posted them together. I was like, clever. I am not a goat. I look like one though if I don't shave. Saying that, my beard, I've actually got quite a short beard. I used to have a beard down to the end of my chin, down to the end of my chin, down to the end of my throat, but I had to shave it for work. So pole position goes to Midnight ahead of Ginger in P2. Warren is in P3 ahead of Geordie the Scotsman in P4. Game Boy the Dutchman is in P5 ahead of Sam who's in P6. Daneem is in P7. Cushby is in P8. Aspect is in P9, didn't see much of him in the Alfa Romeo, and T. Jones is in P10. We'll run through the rest of the grid and what tyres they're starting on when we head over to take a look at the start of the race.
I'm going to assume they're all going to start on medium.
It'd be interesting. I wonder if they've just been qualifying on the softs though, because what if it's going to be raining at the start?
Yeah, that's true. And would they still have to two-stop in the rain, since technically in the real rules you don't have to stop at all in the rain?
I don't know. I just assume.
Oh, it's sunny.
Oh, that's disappointing. Oh well. Medium tyres in the Mercedes garage. We'll look through. I hope they got the formation lap on.
I assume they would.
I once did a league race, right? Started in third. We started the race and we all thought that it was a formation lap. So half of us went on formation lap, the other half went full force racing. So there was hell, and then the admin just said, doesn't matter to me, doesn't care, because he won the race. He was like, I don't care, I won the race, doesn't matter. You guys should have paid more attention. I got taken out by a guy who I'd been arguing with for about a week with this idiot, you know, and it became very public knowledge, and all his friends texted me going like, oh, he didn't do it on purpose, I left the league that night. I was like, had enough.
Don't blame you.
I'm old, I don't do this stuff anymore. So the formation lap is going to begin here, as we have no engine sound right now because the cars haven't made it that far towards us. Let's have a look at everything. So let's run through the grid once more, with Midnight in P1 ahead of Ginger in P2. Warren is in P3 ahead of Geordie, who's in P4. Game Boy is in P5 ahead of Sam is in P6, leading the Mercedes charge for Daneem, who's in P7. Kush is in P8 and Aspect is in P9. T. Jones brings us at the top 10. Everyone in the top 10 running on the tyres they qualified on. Outside the top 10 and with 3 tyre choice, let's take a look at these gentlemen, because Joe Biogan is in P11 on the medium tyres ahead of Daniel, who's also on the medium tyres. Then come the likes of Martin Bell and Pariah, who are running the soft tyres. There's Pariah. And Lerg, who's running the softs as well, ahead of his teammate Casper, who's on the softs. Kenny, the only driver in this little group on the medium tyres, ahead of Bartman, who's in P18 on the softs, and Chill, who crashed in qualifying, coming up to the back of the grid in the 24 car on the soft tyres. And relax for a minute.
There you go.
Renault P1, could we see this year in Formula 1? I doubt it, but I'd love to see it, just because Ocon's in the car and I like Ocon. I like Daniel as well, don't get me wrong.
I think, I don't know if they'll win a race, but I think they'll get a podium this season.
I'd love one. Love a podium this year, with Ocon and Ricciardo on the podium too.
Monaco.
No! Don't talk disgustingness of Monaco. Ugh. Horrible.
Yeah, Ricciardo's good at Monaco, though.
Yeah, but Ricciardo's also good at Canada and Spa. And, you know, drinking out of his shoe.
Maybe he'll actually have a good result at his home track.
Well, he had that, but it was taken away, remember? Years ago.
That's true.
So, now the cars are on the wind up. Midnight slowing down to make sure everyone sticks behind and make sure they know what car they're following. This is a menacing sight. Honestly, from a guy who spends his time at Silverstone watching cars, it's a menacing sight to see cars do a rolling start. Now, these cars doing a rolling start would be terrifying, especially if they went like in grid order like this. So the AI will be taking control any moment now for Midnight. We'll see it. The change, there it is. The AI have taken control. And he's managed to block up the field pretty well, hasn't he?
Yes. No cold tires for him today.
Well, we're looking now, as we look to the back of the grid, a slight gap, but nothing major. So,
Alright. About to get ready to do 22 laps of fun.
22 laps of utter and insane madness for these esports drivers here in Spa-Francorchamps. Once again, commentary brought to you by Matt the Madman and JB. Oh my god, how is he not retired by now? Yeah, just JB. Don't know what I'm doing anymore. So, the lights are on now. Who will be leading into turn 1? The Renault looking very aggressive, pointing to the inside. And the lights are up, the drivers are away. Let's see what happens. As it's a good start from Ginger in heading up into P1 now, coming through turn 1. And Midnight has lost the position now as he drops to P2, trying to chase after Midnight. And all chaos is breaking loose behind as he had to make it through Rouge and Radion on lap 1. Matt, shout if you see as they come through.
It's very clean. Nobody hit the curb or anything.
Not anymore. Kenny's in the wall. Anymore. Kenny in the wall. As now we try and catch everything going on here into the rest of it. Lerg dropping past JB Ogun. There's almost contact between the Williams and the... Oh Christ, what car is he driving? The Toro Rosso. And the Toro Rosso having to drop behind him. As we look at the chaos with Alfa Romeo of Aspect trying to pass Deneen. He's got up the inside there. Very well done for Aspect. As Deneen tries to hold it into turn 11. Going to put him into the wall if he's not careful. And Aspect survives the wall but ends up on the grass. No, he has damage. Aspect with damage on the nose. No, he's fine.
Back in the back of the field, Bartman has a lot of lag going on with him.
Toro Rosso of, I believe that was Lerv, trying to get past JB Ogun once more. So, surprised that Ginger got such a good start from Midnight, who struggled. Midnight has dropped down to P2 ahead of Warren, who's in P3. Geordie is in P4. Gameboy is in P5. Sham is in P6. No, Gameboy's in the wall! And it's a big crash as well. JB Ogun. 2 cars in the wall. Midnight back up into the lead. Can we have a safety car here? I believe we should.
They're turned off for this event.
Oh, really? That's depressing. Ginger trying to pass Midnight. And Midnight back in the P1, 2 cars out on lap 1, and Kush with Kenny with a big power. Midnight now trying to defend from Ginger. Ginger looking to the inside line, decides not to make a move. The 66 car cannot pass 13. Ferrari into pit lane. I believe that's a chill.
Yep. Think he may have hit one of the cars that spun.
Very likely. Now Ginger is going to keep the foot pinned. He's going to go for it now as he tries to pass Midnight. He's going to the outside line on the Kemmel straight with no DRS yet. Remember, DRS not active until lap 3. Joe Bjorgen leaving the session, not happy at all for the Norwegian driver. And Ginger's got it. He's gone around the outside into the chicane. He's still there though. Midnight holding out. He's going to hang him out to dry if he's not careful. Midnight dropping behind Ginger. No, they're going to defend hard into the next right-hander. As this is going mental. This has been a battle that's lasted the entirety of 2 seconds. Midnight contact, though, between the Haas and the Renault.
Oh, and the other Renault has joined the battle now, too.
Crikey, how close do you want to get Midnight? That was Formula E level there. He was inside the car. To the inside line goes Midnight. You can't pass there.
He said, hold my beer. He's going to try anyway.
Now, Kenny Powers with more penalties to his name after making a mistake on lap 1. Oh, he's wide. And now Midnight sees his chance to try and get around the outside, heading into Blanchimont. This is going to be Max Verstappen-esque. He is through, though. He's going to sweep across him. Sector 3, LFA Cushby is out. And that's the same place as JB Hogan that retired. Can Warren get through on to pass behind his teammate? Let's have a look from Warren's point of view. Shout if you see anything, Matt, because I'm going to keep looking at this.
Yeah, I'm watching them too.
Midnight so fastest, no. Sam's fastest, this is mental. I have work later, I have to use my voice for work.
Oh, there's a racing point off in Sector 3.
That's Cushby, who is out of the race.
Oh, yeah.
Ginger now is going to have DRS. He should blow past Midnight, and unfortunately, I think Midnight might lose a few more positions if you're not careful. There we go. Look at the speed of DRS there from Ginger. What can Midnight do as a response? He cannot get through. And now Warren's going to be thinking, right, I'm the faster car. Get out of the way. 3 cars out already as the McLarens are battling each other. So... into lap 3. How's it only been the 3 laps? It's mental. It feels like we've gone on forever.
Yeah, I know. For being such a long lap, you know, a lot of action makes it go by faster.
So Midnight now is going to have the power and the advantage of DRS. I tell you what, Kenny, he's not out of the way here. He can go back in. He's got to remember the 2-stop strategy, though, as Ginger goes a little bit wide, but Midnight keeps it tighter. He's not going to have the advantage because Warren's starting to get closer and closer himself. The Mercedes of Sam is starting to close in on Geordie as well. So what will happen as this train starts to carry on? This is well and truly becoming a Trudy train right here, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. Now, we were talking earlier that medium soft would be the best way to go here. So do you think they'll go soft, medium soft, so they have the softs at the end?
I believe so, they will. Oh, that's a move and a half. Ginger is being forced out wide. The Renault team double teaming on him. Warren trying to pass the driver who has just been passed for the lead. Midnight trying to run. Oh, Ginger hanging him out. Not leaving a car's whip there. You could say causing contact. Oh, he only kissed him.
And they're alternating Renault Haas, top 4.
Well, it's going to be Renault Haas this time, but it's going to go wrong. Whoa, Geordie wide. DRS open now. What can the PMP driver get up to? He goes towards the outside line. Midnight is now going to try and defend and get up into the lead once more, as Warren is going to think, for God's sake, I'm quicker than these guys, let me through. Aspect and Deneen. Go on.
I was going to say, he's got to keep lifting so he doesn't run over the 2 guys in front of him, so we don't get to see his true potential. I
think Midnight's starting to give up with the whole lifting thing. I think he's starting to just guide the car in front a little bit. Focus on the battle here. 4-car battle for the lead as we're looking at Midnight getting closer to the back of Ginger. There's Sam in the background. He's the dark horse in this battle. Ironically, he's in an arrow.
I like how the teams are split off in the top 6. There's 3 teams.
All good
real
to
life.
see, yeah. Sector 1 yellow flag and Kenny Powers is out in Eau Rouge and ready on. So Midnight is now going to think it's close at hand. Let's get through. And what he wants to do is he wants to drag his teammate through as well.
Ooh, Ginger a bit wide there.
Closer and closer come the Renault. The Anglo-French outfit trying to pass the American outfit. DRS is going to pop open there for Midnight. He's got to hold it though. Warren into pit lane for the first time here for one of his 2 mandatory stops. Remember, 2 mandatory stops, and Casper with a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Big lag in the lobby for a moment. DRS. So look at Warren though. Pitting out of sequence has dropped him all the way down to 14th position.
Well, I assume his teammate will be pitting this lap then.
I don't think so, because he's going for the lead. Sector 1 is Deneen. Deneen's in trouble. Deneen's in serious trouble. He's in the barrier at Rouge and Radion. So, with Warren into pit lane, will we see Midnight pit? He is now the race leader. I don't think we'll see him pit. I think Warren pitted just down to the fact that he was just stuck. He was just burning his tyres up.
Sure. Ooh, guys, be careful with that curb there, buddy.
And Ginger being punished for going out on that curve there. So let's drop back though and have a look at Martin Bell, who's out in the runoff area, waiting for a gap. Still waiting. There's the gap you want, pulling onto the track, and got to make sure he doesn't hit Warren, who's coming through. And the McLaren is struggling. Oh, Deneen struggling as well due to having no front wing in the Mercedes. Really trying to overtake him.
I don't think. No. Not with the lack of downforce there.
Martin Bell with no damage on the car, just very overheated tyres now. Let's have a look at Daniel, who's on the medium tyres.
Ginger pits.
So does Sam. 2 drivers into pit lane. Midnight continues on. T. Jonas into pit lane as well. This is the natural window to come into pit lane for these tyres. And a big lock up for T. Jonas as he comes into pits. Let's try and find someone to look at. Whoa! Mercedes launching into the Williams' path. Thanks, AI. Let's have a look at Warren, actually, see where he came out. Warren has come out in P8. He has 1 lap on the tyres. Deneen is gone in the pit lane. He's had enough for today's race.
Actually, kind of disappointed. Do you think in an event like this there would be fewer DNFs?
Yeah, especially optional ones where they chose to DNF.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll bite my tongue a little bit, because I was going to say something rather mean there. Deneen also leaving the session. I think if you crash out, there's definitely like a different thing for it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I crashed out and I ended up race engineering for someone who crashed out. Before I crashed out. So, drivers close together. Let's have a look at T. Jonas' sole remaining Williams, who's getting caught by Chill, who has stopped, but stopped on lap 1. So he's only got 1 more mandatory stop to go. Everyone here has got mandatory stops to go with the 1 more stop. Let's have a check on the stops, except for the top 6 who have not stopped yet. They have all still got 2 stops to go. It's going to get confusing, trust me. We're going to make sure it's as easy as possible, unlike everything else. Warren is going to be getting into a battle soon because Ginger, who has stopped, has gone for another set of softs, and now the top 2 are into pit lane, top 3. Ginger to the inside line on the Toro Rosso. He's going to hang him out a little bit if he's not careful, but he's through, and he's lagged a lot as he passes Casper.
Interesting call to go double softs to start. He'll be a sit and duck at the end of the race.
Hoping to pass enough people, because he's just passed Midnight, only just beating Midnight, who's also on the same strategy. He's hoping to build enough of a gap to be able to not have the trouble of the medium tyres. I don't think either one of these drivers are going to be our winner tonight if they're not careful. Lots of people going for the same strategy as them. DRS open though on Midnight's car. He's going to swoop around and go for the net race lead into P2. And Chili's out. No, there's contact between Ginger and Midnight. Ginger's round. And he reset the track. Oh,
that's
see,
the easy way.
I don't like doing that. I don't like it when drivers do that.
Actually, I did that at Spa accidentally once. I spun in turn 1 and I ended up going up the back side of the pits, and it put me back on track.
See, now that's a game doing that. I just found a load of seasoning in my teeth. Oh, I do apologise. Ha! That's hot. Huh. Oh, sorry. We had this Chinese thing for dinner, which I didn't like much, but I bit. There's loads of seasoning and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of them got lodged in my teeth, and I just burst it when I was talking, and it's my tongue's numb.
Yes,
Best you can't be like this. So the contact between Ginger and Midnight, we only saw it briefly, So Midnight looks like he turned in onto. Oh God, my tongue. I do apologise. Yeah, I don't know who was to blame there because I didn't see all of it, but it should be interesting.
Oh, not bad for Ginger. He only lost a couple positions and he's still going up in 6th, so could have been worse.
Yeah, at least he's still going. Looking at Geordie though, he's looking to take.
Yeah, here he is. He's gonna have the DRS now. Yeah.
To the outside line.
As defensive as he wants, and it's not gonna help here.
It really won't there. The only thing that could have stopped there if you started weaving across the track like you were Simon Pagino at the Indy 500, still salty about that. I'm a Rossi fan, leave me alone.
Hey, a lot of people are.
He did weave. Reserving judgment. Daniel under pressure from Midnight. Obviously Daniel's only a placeholder at the top of the timing sheet due to the fact that he is on the medium tyres, and there you see the difference between medium tyres and fresh soft tyres dipping around the outside. We are getting close to the halfway mark though, and how do you think this race is going so far, Matt?
It's been interesting. Lot more fatalities than I expected to see, but been some pretty decent racing other than the little pinch off there.
Yeah, they're all behaving remarkably now as we're looking at Martin Bell. Close to the back of the Red Bull. And the point system is different in this series. I believe first place gets 30 points and the rest of that, I don't know.
Yeah, and everybody that finishes gets points. So the people giving up is just giving away points.
They might not have been aware of that rule. Oops. Bartmar under pressure though from Martin Bell. Martin Bell looking at, wow, Bartmar is flirting with that. He's weaving all over the place.
Look at Casper. He had a hell of a run.
Yeah, well, I think Martin had to lift off due to Bartmar in front. And the Red Bull, and yeah, look at that. Martin's not happy as by his choice of track limits there. So
track limits, what are those?
Game Boy leaving the session, and whoa, contact between Martin Bell and Casper, and the Red Bull sponsored Toro Rosso, always forget about that one, is struggling to stay in front now. Bartmar is under pressure. Bartmar, I don't want to reserve any judgment right now. He's on the medium tyres, and lifting off his Casper. I don't know what he's doing with. Yeah, okay, he is moving a lot on the track, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know if it's lag or if he's actually doing it.
That's why I think that was real, especially on Casper. I saw that from Bartmar's point of view. He was turning, so.
Oh, Jordy's up to second.
So Jordy getting past Daniel. Not difficult though, as Daniel's tyres are much older and much yellower than the soft tyres that they are running. But everyone has an extra pit stop they have to make in this race. Can't keep pushing that rule for as far as possible. Formula 1, please adopt. As Formula E getting fast charging. Get ready for that. I can't wait for that. Daniel dropping behind Warren. Warren back into P3. And Jordy there. Ginger's going to be complaining, oh, he took me out. I was going to win this race. I don't like it when people go like, oh, I was going to win the race as Daniel pits. Because frankly, it was on lap 2. You know, you're going to win the race. If you're going to win the race on lap 2, then, you know, you're a magician, aren't you? Or you're Lewis Hamilton.
He wins his races in qualifying, though.
He starts the races in qualifying. Bartmar under pressure from Martin Bell. Bell to the inside line on the, I believe, Norwegian. And muscling his way through is the 66 car. He's got to watch himself, though. The Red Bull is going to have to run with DRS now. The Red Bull's not got much ERS, though, and his tyres are starting to suffer for the Red Bull. No, he's not. He's got Christmas tree tyres. I'm glad to see that glitch hasn't disappeared. The wrong tyres on the car. Sector 1, yellow flags are waving. It's the Red Bull of Pariah. Pariah's had an accident where he has no front wing. It's a Daniel Kvyat incident. He's got to watch himself though as he rejoins the track to make sure he doesn't run into anyone. Casper through. Martin Bell through. And his teammate is going to come through. His teammate should dip behind him for a little bit of slipstream before he tries to attack Bell, who's trying to attack Casper. What are you looking at, Matt?
I was just on board with Pariah just now. But I am looking at Sam as he's chasing down Ginger now. Or trying to keep up with Ginger, at least.
Is he on the medium tyres, by any chance?
It says medium, even though he has softs on the car.
Yeah, always go off the timing sheets, that's why I do. But Sam's getting close to Ginger, isn't he? He's really getting close.
Yeah, it's about that time where the mediums will start kicking in and be better than the softs.
Most definitely. And the softs are going to be looking at heading into pit lane once more sooner rather than later. Midnight, remember, is leading ahead of Geordie. That gap is going to change though, because remember, these guys are going to be on the slower tyres at the end of the race.
For sure.
It's like a Formula 2 race, it's great.
Yeah, Warren and Sam will be on the softs at the end, as well as Aspect, so maybe we'll see some shuffling toward the end of the race here.
I don't think Midnight is going to win this race. Just because of a tyre quandary.
I think Warren's going to win.
Warren is very quick. I think he'll be battling, he would have been battling Ginger, but Ginger obviously making contact with the Renault earlier on. Ooh, pardon me. Aspect is through though on T-Josh.
Oh, Lerv just spun.
Hello, Lerv.
Right after Daniel just passed him and he spun on the curb, I think.
Wasn't Lerv a character in Futurama?
I don't remember.
I am Lerv, commander of some planet, I think. Conqueror of the 7th of the 9th planet, sorry, I don't know. But yeah, I sat there thinking, where do I have I heard the word Lerv from before? Taking my ex-girlfriend going, I love you. It's like, yeah, you don't. To be honest though, on the back of Aspect, why do I do commentary? I end up going really deep and meaningful. We are halfway through this race, and God, I hope that it finishes soon, because God knows what I'm going to say next.
It's going to turn into a philosophical stream.
Yeah, it's going to go Greek philosophy. It's like, oh, first you must pass the Alfa Romeo if you wish to pass the Alfa Cherry.
The Alpha's tires just changed. They went from softs to mediums.
Christmas tree tyres. I love the Christmas tree tyres. DRS open. T-Jonas, though, he has got no power in his cars. He's trying to eke out so he has as little laps as possible on the medium tyre or on the hard tyre, depending on which one he has in his bank of tyres that Williams can afford. It's alright, they're only doing a digital launch this time, so you can start moving the car off towards Barcelona early.
Sam's still hanging with Ginger.
He is, but Ginger's tyres are still doing much better. So we will see what separates the boys from the men, or the men from the women, or the girls from the boys, and the spanners from the, I don't know, cogs. I ran out of jokes. See who can get up the top. Pariah obviously back at the grid due to having a spin. I believe that is their second stop. So we will probably see Pariah hopefully later on in the race. But everyone else slows down because a pit stop here for a track so long. The pit lane is quite short and quite fast, isn't it?
Yeah. Other than the entry. That's a little nerve-wracking.
Silverstone's entry is just as bad, though. Trying to get it slowed down.
Yep. And then it feels like you're going halfway around the track while in the pits.
It is. I have been down that pit lane so many times when I've been there. It is so slow and so long. It's cold down there as well because it's underground.
Yep.
It's so cold. Stories of Silverstone brought to you by JB. Midnight to pit lane though for this final stop of the evening, barring any damage for the Renault team.
Ginger as well.
So Ginger may be close to, no he won't be because they're being serviced now, dropping now the yellow tyres on the Renault, and Ginger's going to look at him and just go, I wish I had control over this pit limiter now. Be like Daniel Tinktum. Oh, there's no way to get the Daniel Tinktum reference because I can go into it and I have a slideshow of reasons why Daniel Tinktum should not be in Formula 1.
I don't even know who that is.
Dan Tinktum's the simulation driver for Williams now.
Ah, okay.
And he also raced. He was Red Bull before they dropped him. He's good, don't get me wrong, but he's not patient, you know? He did 2 races in Super Formula. 2 races in Super Formula. And he was saying that the team's terrible. Team's terrible. When that was the team that Pierre Gasly had raced with. And obviously almost won the championship with.
Yeah, some people just feel entitled to win instead of working hard for it.
Trust me, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I don't like this celebrity if I ever saw them. It's like, can I have a selfie? If I saw Dan Tito, I would look at him and go, you're an idiot. I would. I'm not that type of person to be like, oh, I hate this person. Can I have a picture? I met Johnny Herbert a few weeks ago. He was great.
Nice.
Lovely chap. Had a lot of time for people. Aspect of the pressure, though, from Midnight, though, is DRS not active there, as you see Midnight just disappearing like the last light before midnight. Oh, philosophical time.
That's a key aspect of the race, though.
Oh, that's almost as bad as mine. That's Haas level pun, that is.
Hey, don't forget to tip the waitress.
There's a Geordie at midnight looking at the aspect of Daniel. I don't think that warrants it.
And somebody's still screaming Sam's name over there.
It's just the echo. Oh. How to get fired from an esports commentary job in 3, 2, 1.
Actually, Jonas is going to laugh because when I do commentary as the lead commentator with him, I'm usually silent, so he's going to laugh at this.
Oh, I don't shut up. Why did we go work as a reception? Casper into pit lane, he's swapped onto the medium tyres, and lots of medium runners. We haven't seen the guys come in for the softs yet, have we?
No, not yet. They should be, I'd say a little pit about 16 or 17, just so they don't have really burn-out tires at the end.
Where's Warren? He's just having a little doze in his Warren. If you don't know, got to explain the joke. A Warren is a thing that rabbits live in. Oh yeah. I love rabbits. I need to have a rabbit again. Closest battle on track. Well, there isn't really one right now. There's one brewing, actually, between Daniel and Ginger.
Well, yeah, and Jordy's catching Aspect as well, since Aspect is on older tires.
I'm sure that aspect of it doesn't affect it. Oh, we're terrible. We're going to get slated later. Midnight, the fastest down on track. I'll be at work, I won't be listening. They're like, oh, you were terrible. I'll be like, ha! Working.
It's like see you in 4 weeks.
See you in 8 hours. Plus travel time. Honestly, it's going to take me ages to get back. I've got to stop it off in Oxford on the way back. Geordie getting close to the back of Aspect, and it should be a few laps before we see this, and we're heading towards the time when we'll see drivers heading into pit lane for the final time. Drivers such as Warren and Aspect actually are 2 of those drivers. Let's have a look at the stops to make sure everyone has done at least 2 stops. We have
Sam.
Butler, Martin Bell, Daniel, Aspect, Sam, and Warren, who have not stopped again for the second time here in TCR. Not TCR, TNR. TCR is another one.
There's so many of them.
TCR is the lead that I commentate on for the Americans. Normally. But now I'm working, I don't get time to. Whoa, how close do you want to get, Geordie? I'm just looking at that Italian equipment. There's an aspect of me that wants to buy it.
He's like, I was making a gearbox change.
Whoa!
Oh my god! How did he not hit that wall?
Gee, Ronimo went to the outside! That's all turned to the inside!
What a move.
That was great! Can someone clip that?
Actually,
that was phenomenal. Warren is in pit lane now as he's going to drop behind all of these guys. And I'll tell you what, Geordie just showed us exactly where to go and where not to break a car. That was phenomenal. That is rivaling the best overtake I ever saw, which was a guy overtook throughout the entire. He was side by side through the entire first sector of Monaco. Overtook through the Casino Square sector.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think the clip's still online somewhere.
I'm scared of Monaco.
I don't like Monaco. Country's brilliant, beautiful. Girls are lovely. But the track is evil. Track is evil.
Sure is.
Lap 16 out of 22.
Ginger's
Warren.
catching Daniel.
He is, but not enough right now, is he?
Nope.
Does Daniel have to stop again?
I believe so. Because he started on the medians, if I'm not mistaken. Because he was leading when he pit.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah, so we'll have to stop again. To check. Yeah, one stop for Daniel. As we're looking at Ginger right in the back. He's trying to salvage something from this race. The Haas driver going to start hassling the Renault power unit in the back of that McLaren. Warren in the Renault trying to get past the Aspect. Sam pit into the pits and to the outside line. Whoa, moving in the braking zone from Aspect. Aspects of that not allowed. Whoa, and cutting into pit lane.
Got a signal when you go into the pits, man.
That was very inelegant there, wasn't it?
Yes.
And Bartmart still continuing on in P11 right now. I believe that this will be everyone who has to stop will have stopped by now.
And Martin Bell has to stop one more time. But other than that, yeah, everyone has 2 stops.
Looking though at Warren, he's about 4 seconds off midnight. This could mean that he could win this race still, as predicted by yours truly and my accomplice here, the American Spiricum. Mr. America 2K20.
2K20. But, you know, by the time he gets there, his tires might be dead and the mediums will be the better tires, so.
Depends if he overdrives it, isn't it? He's going to just drive it smooth. Nice and smooth. Martin Bell getting passed by his McLaren teammate. What can the 24 car do? It's really, I've been watching, oh god, this will date me. The Venture Brothers, I've been watching that again. No one's heard of that apart me. The Venture Brothers was a cartoon that had David Bowie in back in the, I think the early 2000s it started, and I think it finished around 2012.
Yeah.
And one of the titular characters' name was 21. And his friend was 24.
Oh.
24 got blown up.
Oh, Casper's around.
Let's have a look, see if we can catch him. There he is. Oh, rear wing in first. Warren the fastest man on track. Casper got away with no damage though, but there goes his chance of finishing in the top 10. Let's jump up to have a look at Warren once more, who is closer than ever. And Geordie will not want to give up this second place very much. DRS is open on the Renault car. So, as I said at the start, Anglo-France versus America. North Carolina in America, trying to see if they can pass. Trying to see if they can stay ahead, of the Anglo-French team.
Well, it's going to be a good shout for Geordie to stay ahead because I'm on board with Warren and he has 20% ERS.
We shall see what happens. Obviously, the DRS power. Let's have a look at Geordie. Geordie has got 45% ERS. He's harvesting right now. Warren's in 0. He's in nothing. Up to... No, he's still in 0. And he's looking to pass him sooner rather than later.
Midnight's pretty low on ERS too for being the leader. You think he'd save some in case a battle came up later on? I
don't think he's expecting a battle. He's going to have one from his teammate at this point. We're heading close towards the end of the race, though. And the dying embers are coming, so towards yellow flags are waving. It's Casper once more. Has he escaped damage this time? No, he hasn't. The 69 car is broken. It's broken, cries dramatically Lando Norris, 2019.
The 69 car is going both ways at once.
Both sides are broken. DRS open on Warren once more. He's going to look to the inside line on Geordie. Decides not to go for a dive bomb. I would have dive bombed there and then crashed into the car and sent the car into the barriers. Hashtag Hulkenberg.
Aspect is caught to Jonas in 6th.
Warren with DRS is going to get past Geordie this time. There's no way about it. No two ways about it. The DRS is open as he flicks to the outside line. Going to cut back across him there and into P2. Now he only has a handful of laps to get back up to power and beat his teammate now. Nexus with a time penalty.
Oh no.
Oh no! And up to the inside. Let's go turn to the outside. And T. Johnson going to try and hold it there. Does Howell, but Howell decides not to. Oh no! He's been overtaken. I know.
Good old Family Guy.
Oh, I hate it. Family Guy's like a drug. I hate watching it. Yeah, I keep doing it.
Yeah, no, it's kind of addicting after a while.
So, eyes front for Warren. I think it's going to be close whether he'll still have any tyres left to overtake Midnight. I'm yawning already and I've got an 8-hour shift at work. This is not good. And a Destiny file. It's just been downloaded. So, thanks PlayStation for telling me you were doing that.
Destiny, huh?
Oh, I don't even know why I have it. I don't play it anymore with my friends.
Me either.
Warren is now the fastest man on track. He's closing in, but has the laps run out? Matt, do we think he has enough time? Hold your microphone close to the face.
3 seconds, 3 laps to go. Let's see what happens.
It's one thing to catch, though, as Murray Walker would say, it's one thing to catch the car in front. You also have to overtake it.
That is correct.
So really, you need about 5 laps because it'll take about 2 laps to overtake someone if you're going fast enough.
And really, the only place to overtake is the end of the DRS zone, so you really only have one shot to overtake.
Sam looking to the inside on Ginger, trying to coax him out, thinking he was going to go for a dive bomb. Sam, though, staying in P5 ahead of Aspect by 10 seconds. Ginger is doing a good recovery drive right now, but he wants that podium.
Ooh, I don't think he's going to get it, though.
The 98 car. Oh, as I lose telemetry, give me a minute. The 98 car is close and far between getting past the 66 car, I believe that is. Oh, in front, let's just check. Yeah, 66 in front. So, big moments we had in this race, as well as qualifying. I still think it's Warren spinning in qualifying and the car behind avoiding that. That was brilliant.
Yeah, and he didn't even bat an eyelash. He never lifted, he just kept going. He didn't care.
Oh, that's the side of a French car. Oh, he's looking at me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sam, on the other hand, though, he's not saying oh dear, he's saying right, my turn. To the inside line of Blanchimon. He has passed him now, and he is ahead of the French car. The French car is going to look to the inside line, though. There's been something in sector 3. It was Casper getting off, and he's seriously blocking Ginger. Ginger's trying to get through on Sam. Sam's trying to defend as best he can. DRS is going to open now on the Hass's car, the 66. Powering to the inside line. He's going to look to the inside line on Sam, and Sam's going to have to stay ahead because that's Aspect. I clicked the wrong button. Look, he's getting back through. What's happening here?
He might have had a legal overtake, maybe?
I don't know.
But he let him through and he gave him DRS at the same time.
If we look further back to Martin Bell, who has just stopped, he's trying to get past Lerv. Lerv is going all over the track and Bell's not having any of it. He's to the inside line and they almost touched there.
Oh,
Martin Bell.
Sorry. Oh, no. Warren with a penalty, so Midnight's going to win this race.
Most definitely now. We'll see Martin Bell get through on Lerv, but yes, Midnight will be winning this race due to that penalty. But Martin Bell's had the really big stick of some questionable driving for today, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's not even been the one in trouble.
And look for Casper to go for fastest lap here, because the way the points are set up, you get 1 point for fastest lap in the top 10 and 1 point for fastest lap outside the top 10. So.
Ooh. So questions and answers. Sam in P4 now will continue on. We are heading towards the final lap of the race. Get your clackers ready, because here comes the Renault of Midnight. He's going to cross the line first to start the final lap. He's thinking, was there any competition tonight?
And the only competition was his pit crew.
And Ginger poking Sam's rear tyre with his nose, saying, I'm still there. Watch yourself, because he's going to look. Remember, this is the time for do or die moments in the final stages of this race. The racing is going to get hard and furious as they head towards the inside line. Sam weaving to the inside line, staying there. Lots of lag, that might be on my end.
Yeah, big lag from Sam.
Okay, not on my end then. And lag is the big aspect. DRS opening now as he pushes the outside line. Comes Ginger. Ginger to the outside line, and he is going to try and hold it there. What can Sam do? Sam's going to have to just let him through. No, Sam gives up, and there he's round. Carbon copy of what happened to Ginger earlier on in the race, just to someone else this time. And that is, I said do or die. I said it.
Yep.
Geordie, your time penalty in P3. Won't affect him too much. Only 3 seconds.
So that will lock Warren into P3. Or P2, sorry.
Roman's going to be so annoyed if he finishes in P2. He had the pace.
And
People commenting about our dive bomb. Yeah, it was slightly in control, but you know.
Yeah, I was on board with him. It was quite the lunge, because he was accelerating in the braking zone.
Oh dearest.
But here comes Midnight.
Undeterred. And Midnight coming through. Little bit missing the apex there. He'll through that one. Through the final corner now. It's undisputed. The Renault will win here in the first race of the esports tournament. Renault 1 and 2 VTR going through the top of the list. Ahead of PMP. They're going to finish 3 and 4.
Yep.
And then LR will finish in P5.
Solid run from Aspect in 6th.
I'm sure aspects of that will be bad. Get one in at the end. I think the mark for certain drivers, I think Martin Bell definitely was meant to be higher up but got caught up. I think for the people just outside the top 10, possibly could have done better, is the mark I will use for them.
Oh, Casper doesn't get fastest lap.
People claiming dirty win for Midnight, I will say maybe not have that in the stream chat, because we have only just turned up. If there are stewards investigations, I'm sure the stewards will handle that versus us, who are commentators. And you know, frankly, I don't like looking in the chat and seeing people go like dirty chat, dirty win. I think it's stupid.
Oh, maybe they meant dirty as in he was filthy good today.
Nah, I don't know. Then again, this is the internet, but I think no, the other side.
Yeah, I know. And here comes Pariah to round out the grid.
So, race done. Midnight will be our winner tonight. On track, at least. Lots of discussions about the incident. I assume it was the incident late earlier on.
Oh, so, yeah, the first one.
Yeah, VTR is the winner of the race. VTR winning. There are 4 million different teams here. Team Midnight, Team VTR, who is part of Team Midnight, and the Renault team itself. So Renault are winners here for a 1-2 and a Haas in P3. People, coronavirus on top. I don't think so.
Look over the coronavirus, guys.
He's not Chinese. So, here are the finishing positions. Midnight in P1, ahead of Warren in P2. Geordie's in P3, ahead of Ginger, who's in P4. Sam is in P5, ahead of Aspect in P6. Then comes the Norwegian. T. Jones is in P7 ahead of Daniel is in P8, Lerv is in P9, and Martin Bell is in P10. Bart Marr is in P11, Pariah is in P12, and Casper is in P13. The non-finishers were Chill in P14, Deneen in P15, Kenny in P16, and Cushby in P17. Game Boy and JB Open crashing at the same point on lap 1 at the end. And we can relax now.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Time for me to go to bed because I got to work tonight.
I'm going to have a shower. Nonetheless, though, that was a thoroughly entertaining race, Matt. Any closing thoughts as we start to close up?
Not really. Just after watching today's race, I'm looking forward to the next one in 4 weeks.
Yes, it will be 4 weeks. We will be heading to a insert track name here, and we will see you again in 4 weeks, where hopefully all of the drivers will return in that time. Nonetheless, though, Matt, thank you so much for joining us as always.
And thank you for having me.
And we will see you next time for the Esports Invitational League. My name is JB. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very good night. We'll see you next time. Ciao, guys.